We'll be going here game 1 of this best of 3 in loser semis. Between Boo's Twilight and VexX's Doppey. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
Both players find themselves in the unarmed. Doppey not opting to go for anything. Wow, waits for the spike ball toss and immediately goes in with a dodge into an unarmed combo. Twilight finds the first weapon, however, is the axe, which he favored in his last match. Doppey finds the guitars. Both players still not really landing any moves with their weapons yet. Doppey tosses the guitars into his face, forces him to dodge out of the way of the bomb, and begins hitting him with some interesting guitar strings. He picks up the spike ball, tosses it to the side, finds the guns, and tries to go for a down air. Doesn't connect, but hits him with the side air instead. Twilight has the axe, hits him with the side light into the side air, brings them both into the yellow, and the match is essentially even. Brynn using a dodge right there, trying to read something from Doppey, but Doppey isn't going for anything. Playing rather safe with these guns, goes for a downer, however, and Twilight finds an excellent axe string, hitting with that downer to the side air, sending him into the deep orange. Doppey hides those guns, however, going for those neutral airs. Hits him with them once, tries to follow it up with again, doesn't quite connect. Both players find themselves evenly matched in the red right now. However, Doppey goes for a signature, gets punished by a side air, recovers low. Interesting, recovers below the stage, dodges out of the down air, and makes it back on the stage. Finds the guitars, hits him with the recovery, and nearly ends the stock. Twilight hits up with the side air, doesn't quite connect. Doppey trying to get back on stage, gets that recovery, goes for the bomb trade, that nearly goes for both players, catches the bomb while it's still active. And Doppey finds the guns. Twilight holding on to the axe. Doppey holding on to the guns. Goes for that side light. Trying to go for a side air. A move from either player right now will end their stocks. And there's the side air that Twilight is so much of a fan of. Hits him with the axe. Sends him flying off the stage. And Doppey is at a stock deficit. Holds the bomb. Sends it straight up into the air. Inches forward with the guitars. He's looking for that kill move. Doesn't quite find it, however. Tosses the bomb into the air. Doesn't connect. Whew, nearly dive kicks Twilight into the bomb. And he finds himself remaining at a stock deficit. Twilight holding onto the axe, goes for a down air. Doppey tries to punish him with a side stick, doesn't connect. Goes for that neutral signature, also doesn't hit, but the side air sends him flying off the side of the stage. Another side air, doesn't connect. Wow, it actually does kill, despite Twilight looking like he had his jumps. And Doppey evens it up 2-2, only finding himself in the yellow. Inching forward with the guns. Finds himself into correct spacing so that he can be able to hit against Twilight. Twilight hitting him with the neutral light, however, sends him deeper into the yellow, tosses it to his face, looking for an axe. He's found it, and there's the side air to follow it up. Wow, Doppey chaining up the downers into a ground pound, sending Twilight into the yellow, but Twilight still has a decent lead with his axe right now. Tries to go for a side air, doesn't quite hit, goes for those downers once again. Doppey doing a better job of not getting punished by Twilight's axe attacks. Goes for that down air into the side air doesn't connect, and Twilight finally starts landing some downers. Goes for a very unsafe side stick and gets punished by Doppey. Doppey's neutral signature. Twilight calls in the horn to find another axe, hits him with a down air. He's going to be hitting quite a few of those downers before he finds the side air to end the stock. I feel like Doppey's taking enough damage now for a side air to be able to end it, but Doppey, doing a decent amount of damage himself, evens it up. Goes for that signature, doesn't quite connect, tosses the guitars into the air, and an excellent signature punish. That guitar sending Twilight to want to dodge low, Doppey using his attack to be able to hit him as he dodges and end the stock, taking the lead 2-1. But a quick side air from Twilight makes the stocks even up completely 1-1. Both players have a chance of winning this match. Twilight holding on to the axe, hits him with a down air. Doppey holding onto his guns, goes for that side air, doesn't quite hit. Twilight trying to hit him with as many downers as possible. It's an incredibly safe move with the axe, has a chance for a lot of follow-up. Doppey doing some downers of his own, trying to land with them constantly. Neither player really connecting any moves of significance. But there's the downer. Is the side air? No, doesn't connect. Twilight, however, hit him with a side air, sends him flying below the stage. Doppey recovers low, barely clips the bottom of Shipwreck's really small ledge, and gets back onto the stage, dodging out of Twilight's ground or down air options. Something that's interesting from Twilight that I never see him use is a ground pound. Not really opting to use that, just sticking to his down air, I suppose, because the move has a lot less lag, a lot less punishable. Disarms Doppey there, however, and waits him out this time, recognizing that Doppey really likes to go beneath Shipwreck, and hitting him with a down air to be able to spike him below the stage and end his stock. An excellent showing from from Twilight's Brynn, and he takes game 1 of this semis match.
Looks like that adjustment of Doppey's Lucien was not quite enough against Twilight's Brynn compared to what worked out for Crocky's Ben. Twilight's Brynn a little bit more axe focused compared to Crocky's more spear focused playstyle. That might be just enough to keep Doppey's Lucien at bay. And looks like Doppey's switching to Hattori.
Yeah, Doppey playing quite a few different legends during this GCS. Twilight bans out Kings in Twilight, and Doppey says, "Chill out, I'm thinking." Interesting. Not quite sure where that came from. But yeah, it was kind of cool to see what was happening in that last match, because Doppey, in order to avoid Twilight's down airs with his axe, would oftentimes recover a little bit below Shipwreck to be able to dodge out of the first hit, and to be able to win that game, Twilight waited it out as Doppey tried it again to be able to spike him with a down air and ending that stock rather early and taking the game. Doppey decides on Mammoth Fortress and switches to Orion, of all legends.
Interesting Doppey, just the man of a million characters. Apparently, we'll see how this adjustment works out for him. He's gonna have that Lance to go up against Twilight's axe, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work out in his favor or not. We're gonna find out here on Mammoth. Twilight first one to pick up a weapon. He's got the axe. He's trying to get the hit.
And
it's a good sidelight.
There's another sidelight as well. Doppey finds his first weapon. It's the Lance. Goes for a neutral air, but immediately gets punched by a down air to a Sarah. Another down air. Twilight is connecting with almost all of these attacks with the axe. 2 neutral airs come out from Doppey, but neither of them are really hitting.
Downlight from side air from Doppey answers back a little bit, but damage definitely in Twilight's favor right now. Good side air from Twilight is going to knock Doppey off the map. Can he use the recovery? Doesn't need it. Ooh, 2 pogos.
Yeah, 2 pogo sticks right off of Twilight's head, bouncing around. Twilight, however, not wanting anything to do with it, hits into the side air, into a down air, tries to go for that neutral air follow-up, doesn't quite connect, and Doppey manages to hold on to his stock, but he's in a deep red. Whoa! That down sig nearly launched Twilight into the bomb. That would have been devastating.
Neutral air sends Twilight back, and the low to the ground Lance recovery gonna knock him up again. Twilight currently weaponless. Oh, catches the mine out of the sky.
Oh my gosh!
And the bomb bounces right below him.
Yeah, Doppey definitely didn't want to dodge right into the landmine, and well, he didn't want to get hit by any of Twilight's attacks. Still, though, that bomb read, excellent job, manages to take the stock and the lead. But there's a D-light into side air. Doppey sending Twilight into the deep red. Will he be able to end the stock with a recovery? No, he gets hit by a down air into a neutral air instead.
Twilight gets another falling Sarah onto Doppey, but Doppey answers back. Unarmed recovery, taking the stock finally off of Twilight. Stock's evened up, but Doppey not able to get weapon control.
Doppey launching the Lance into the air, forcing Twilight back and hitting him with an unarmed combo. Another Lance toss into a neutral light. Doppey just waits for him to see what Twilight will do, and then approaches once again with his Lance. He's playing incredibly slow all of a sudden.
Much different playstyle coming out, but Doppey trying to get the weapon toss start up.
He's not getting hit by a lot of Twilight's moves, which is interesting. He's playing very slow, staying in place, waiting for Twilight to approach, but there it is. Twilight finally finds a down air and sends Doppey into the red. There's the weapon toss. He's got the Lance, so he tosses into him, goes for a side sig, not very safe, and he gets punished.
Doppey just making sure there's nothing on the board on the off chance he's able to knock that axe out of Twilight's hand. He wants to make sure that there's next to no chance of Twilight picking another one up, but as he does so, Twilight picks up a spear off the spawn, and the weapon toss stuns him long enough for the side sig to connect.
Doppey takes the lead for the first time in this set, holding it 2-1, and Twilight is opting for those unarmed Sares once again. However, he finds the axe, where the Sare is a little bit more powerful. Doppey, however, tossing the weapon to his face, tries to go for unarmed, fails, and gets hit by that axe Sare. Is this the end of his stock? No, he makes it back.
He makes it back. Doppey with that spear, trying to get these hits, but he's dodging through these stairs and not able to dodge through all of them. Twilight with that falling stare knocks Doppey away.
Doppey holds on. Well, no, in fact, Twilight denied him of his weapon, finds the axe, hits him with the neutralize. He tries to pick up the spike ball, doesn't even aim for it. He's just waiting for a weapon spawn as Twilight throws out dare after dare. Tosses the Lance into the air, doesn't quite hit him. Toss of Lance once again, just trying to wait for Twilight to do something. He's doing a good
Looking
job
for these weapon toss unarmed initiations.
Yeah.
I think he's given up on that idea for now.
I like the idea though, because Twilight's going for so many down airs. Just toss the lance above your head, and there's no way he's going to be able to get in through the air.
Doppey just keeping that control, throwing these big hitboxes above him, making it hard for Twilight to get in.
There's the weapon toss again. Follows it up with a spear pickup into a neutral light. Very good. There's the down C to try to cover a landing. Doesn't quite catch Twilight, however. And then a D-light into a side air to send him into the red. The weapon toss. Excellent follow-up. The recovery doesn't quite work.
Side light from Twilight. Gets a down sig on a Twilight. Can't finish it off with that neutral sig. Twilight staying above him again. Sticking with this down air.
Lobs the bomb to the side. Definitely doesn't want to do any unfavorable trades with that. Tosses his lance aside, and now he holds onto the spear. Both players are afraid to approach, but there's the D-light into the sider. Just raw.
That will be enough to finish off Twilight. Just that downlight side air. He was waiting for the opportunity. He saw Twilight was bunny hopping, and then he was waiting for the right time to just dodge forward downlight, and that was all he needed to finish off that stock from Twilight. But it looks like we're going to game 3.
Right
Doppey
away.
versus Twilight.
Twilight not even waiting, knowing that Doppey was not going to bam out Mammoth, and he wants to go back again to have a rematch in this Brynn versus Orion matchup. Doppey showing up big with this Orion. Spear and Lance, very good for countering Twilight's axe playstyle, in the sense that as long as Twilight's going to focus on down airs, just toss it above my head. How are you going to get in with an aerial? Wow! Excellent patience on that mine toss there.
There it is again, weapon toss into a neutral air. There's a ground pound.
Doppey decides to inch away. Tossing the spear in the air once again. However, this time picks up the lance, doesn't toss it. Instead goes for a neutral air.
Doppey looking for a hit. Gets a nice down air to knock Twilight off, but can't get the lance toss. And now Twilight's going to make it back safe and has the weapon control. Doppey has nothing to throw above him this time. There's the spear. Gonna throw it up again. No.
Tosses the spear to the side, forces Twilight to the right, to the left. Picks up a lance, goes for that side air, dodges into a side air of Twilight's own. He's getting destroyed by these axe attacks right now.
That was a cute play from Doppey, but he was a little bit off the mark. He went for the weapon toss to stun him into the neutral heavy, but wasn't able to get the neutral heavy off in time. Twilight a little bit outside of it, but Twilight is in the red, and Doppey, if he can get the big hit, one good sig.
Ooh. Excellent patience with that air dodge, but he doesn't find that down air, and Twilight makes it back onto the stage despite being in the red. That lance toss, however, being excellent. All these weapon tosses connecting. Goes for a ground pound, but doesn't quite have the distance to be able to get it to connect. Twilight bringing this match back really quickly with these side airs.
Doppey dodging forward, but the health has been equalized. Anyone could be the first death at this point. Side air from Doppey, not going to be enough. Twilight.
Possibly gonna get hit by a recovery, doesn't. Twilight hands the dare. Both players find themselves in the red. I feel like the first stock lost in this game is going to be such a crucial stock. Doppey goes for that down air on the stage, but doesn't quite connect. Twilight trying to follow him off.
Twilight with the patience. Doppey not going to try to turn it around. Instead, goes back, picks up weapons, wants to once again throw these up, and there's the spear recovery to finish it off.
Doppey's being very smart with these weapon tosses, forcing the lance and the spear into the air, making Twilight have to go away, and being able to get a quick, easy recovery kill with his spear. That helicopter being so powerful, being able to kill people at the top.
There's a side air from Twilight, immediately taking that stock back. Health even up. Twilight with weapon control doesn't want to stick with the axe this time. He's going to be switching it up to spear. We're going to see if Doppey's going to be able to make the adjustment in time, considering Twilight's spear is going to be playing a lot differently than that axe. And there you see it. Weapon tosses into unarmed, and Doppey, I don't think he was ready for it.
No, and then he just goes right back to axe after he got Doppey into the orange. Definitely switched it up with the spear because he played almost solely on the ground compared to the axe where he's basically always jumping. Hits it with that side light, goes for a side air, doesn't connect, goes for another side light, that one doesn't hit either, and Doppey's back to playing the anti-air game with his lance and sword, or spear.
Doppey not able to get the juggle. He's trying to find the hit. Twilight barely misses the side sig. Doppey able to jump out in time, but Twilight with a huge health advantage has the map control right now. Ground pound from Doppey, not able to get the recovery.
and then goes for the recovery with the lance, also doesn't connect. Both players find themselves in the red now as Doppey lands on the recovery. Twilight goes for recovery of his own. There's the mine tossed towards the spear, but it doesn't quite get in the way of Doppey picking his weapon back up.
Twilight with an axe, Doppey with the spear. Doppey gets in, gets the downlight, side air, weapon toss, not gonna connect. Side air, not gonna connect. But the neutral heavy, as he lands, is gonna finish off Twilight.
Doppey covered 4 different options there and still managed to get the stock at the very end because he knew that Twilight had no more options. But there he is. Twilight with the side air doesn't need the axe to kill with that move. And we're back to 1-1 on stocks. This is the final stock for both these players in this tournament. Who's going to carry it into losers finals?
Downlight side air from Doppey, gonna rack up damage. Nice weapon toss to keep that string going.
Ooh, downlight side airs.
Again, weapon toss not gonna connect that time.
Both players trading the bread and butter on their spears, but they launch them to the side. Doppey holding onto the lance. Twilight tries to go in for the dive kick, gets brutally punished by a weapon toss. Doppey goes for a ground pound, and it doesn't connect.
Recovery, can he keep it going? No, he waited, wanted to see where Twilight went, but still wasn't able to get that recovery hit. A little bit off the mark with that Sair, but he's got so much damage onto Twilight. Oh, spike ball not gonna connect.
Ooh, and then Twilight tosses his spear into Doppey though as he tries to approach from the air. Doppey, yes, he's got the percentage lead, but he doesn't have a weapon, and Twilight has his axe. Punishes him for picking up the lance, sends him off the stage. Down airs will do it here. Doppey goes dangerously low. Does he have enough jumps?
Doppey in trouble. Recovering high as Twilight's gonna get it, and that should be it. Doppey running out of options. No, he still gets a wall touch.
Makes it back to the wall just barely with that air dodge. Both people find themselves in the red. That ground pound was so risky.
Downlight side air, drops the side air.
Oh, he gets the side of his own. But Twilight can make it back. He's got out of the stage.
Down Sig finishes it.
Player 2.
Wow.
Barely. Twilight with the Z's. Tired, man.